Study shows that YouTube actually has kind of a hilarious algorithm. So, a study found that YouTube's algorithm pushes users towards happy and entertainment focused videos if they consume too much political content. The researchers believe this isn't censorship, but rather that it's the algorithm's way of pushing people towards happier topics that boost engagement. I don't know how true this is because Asmongold seems to be recommended to me every second, and he's technically the #1 political streamer, even though everything he does isn't always political. He is technically ranked the #1 political streamer. But that is probably also how I found BMO, because it makes me very happy to throw spitballs at him. It made me very happy to read all your guys' comments because they were absolutely hilarious. Again, I don't know how true this is, but it's probably good to not consume too much political content. It is pretty polarizing, but you also have to stay informed. So, I don't really know what I think of this. Also, with the demonetization update on the 15th, I still have not found proof that any of the slop and farm channels got demonetized, but I will be keeping an eye out. If you guys have heard anything, again, please let me know in the comments below. But I also have to mention something. So I've only been doing this for about a month. I'm going to learn. And I think it's important to admit when you're wrong. Unlike Pirate Software, I will. Someone came to one of my comments saying that my title was a little too clickbaity. When I did the research again, I do this kind of on the way to work. I do as much research as I can. I'm very time crunched because I work 2 jobs to make these videos, but I love making them and I think they're fun. But I also think it's a learning experience. So again, you'll see my first video on this channel was posted about a month and a half ago, and there was a title called like Nintendo almost sent streamer to jail or something. I'll put it up here. And when I first read it, I thought that Nintendo filed the lawsuit because they were mentioned in it, right? So that's what I believed as I was editing it when I first filmed the audio, which was hours before the editing, which was almost like a full day before the editing. I just speculated that it was Nintendo. I figured that Nintendo was involved based on their track record of lawsuits and copyright striking people that emulate stuff. But that information was actually incorrect. They don't actually know if it was Nintendo. It might have just been the Italian authorities, even though Nintendo and Sony were mentioned in the lawsuit. So I got a comment on there and I got called out, and he said the title was a little disingenuous. And I actually agree with that. And again, it's a learning thing, and I'll try to do better with my titles. I still have to make them so that they'll grab your attention and people will click on it, but it shouldn't come off as disingenuous. And for that, I'm sorry. I'm actually going to leave it up because I think it's a learning experience and I think I should learn from that. It doesn't really have that much views. I don't think it makes a bit of a difference, but I will say I think he was right and it's a learning experience. Yeah.